Hey guys, it's Reggie, aka the Reginator. Wanted to keep talking about the Covington schoolboys and that situation, because that situation still happens to be going on. And in regards to that situation where they had the altercation with the Native American at the March for Life, which really wasn't an altercation at all. But yeah, it's really sad. Apparently, the school had to close down because of security threats. Because they were getting bomb threats, and all the students were getting threats of violence and harassment. And some of the things that I'm hearing of the kind of threats these boys were getting were really nasty. And it's so crazy because all this is being perpetuated by leftist mainstream media news outlets that are lying about this whole situation. MSNBC still isn't retracting what they're saying. Even though new evidence has come out, they're still on the side of Jack Phillips, the Native American. When the footage, everybody could watch the footage, the Indian guy went up to the students' faces, and the students didn't even know what was going on. You could even hear in the video the students saying, "I have no idea what's going on, what's happening right now." Because it's an MSN, a major media network. It's still pushing the idea that this guy, this old man, was a victim. Even though it's literally an old man going up to a whole bunch of little boys and pounding a drum in their face. I mean, if I was that kid's parent, I would be livid. I would be so mad. Like, who's this old guy going up to my kid's face? Like, this is crazy. We really do live in crazy times. I did not know people were this crazy. I had no idea. I know people were crazy, but so many people. I mean, even major multi-billion-dollar news networks. This is crazy. But it's really got me concerned. Again, these boys are getting death threats, and they're being called to be killed by and harassed, physically harassed by celebrities and journalists. Celebrities, man, and journalists. People who are supposed to know better. Adult, not other kids. Adult people. That's sickening. That's disgusting. That's medieval. Wow. Wow. Is this really where we're at in society? Matter of fact, this is always where we were at in society. I just thought that we've evolved past that, and especially in today's society where we know better. We have all the information in the world, and we've seen how crazy people were in the past, but we're still continuing to perpetuate that craziness and that hate. It's so crazy, y'all. And this is why I could never be a Democrat, man. All this is being pushed by leftist organizations, man. By one side of the political aisle. I mean, if you haven't noticed, all the people who are conservative aren't pushing this. And if they have, they apologize immediately once evidence came out of what really happened. It's not the conservatives, it's not the Republicans. It's all one side. Which makes me think that there's a psychological component to this. I mean, Jordan Peterson talks about people who are politically affiliated. Is a lot of it has to do with the psychological stability and mentality of certain individuals. So I think Democrats attract. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they attract a certain psychological mentality or personality, if you want to call it that. And it seems like they attract crazy people, like people who don't really think with reason or their mind, but people who are more emotionally based, people who are just more impulsive in their actions, not really able to necessarily think through the things before they make a judgment, before they do anything. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. And some of these people are really, supposedly really high IQ people who are on the left. So I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Again, my prayers are out to those boys in that family. And what's crazy is that Twitter and people are trying to find are showing pictures of crazy racist claims of everybody in that high school. That's crazy. And it's all nonsense. I've seen the stuff. Like the picture of them wearing black masks saying they're trying to imitate blackface. No, that's just their team colors. That was their basketball team colors. They did an event called Blackout where they represent their people and their team. And they wear black clothes and blackface, black makeup on their face. That has nothing to do with race. That has to do with team spirit. That's crazy. But people are pushing this out as real news. And people say that mainstream media isn't fake news. It's fake news, man. Like, people get on Alex Jones for being a conspiracy theorist, and yeah, he does say crazy stuff. I'm not saying I assign to Alex Jones, but I'm saying that these people are just as much of a conspiracy theorist as Alex Jones is. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. Except that Alex Jones got kicked out for his conspiracy nut theories, and these guys aren't getting any kind of reprimandation. They're spotting out literally flies, fake news that are dangerous, that are causing harm to people, and they're not being held accountable at all. And that's disgusting, y'all. That is really disgusting. The world's gone crazy. Well, not the world, but a lot of people who should know better, adults. And yeah, that's just some more of my 2 cents. And about that whole situation, how are the kids to blame? These are adults that are interacting with kids, but the kids are to blame. 15-year-old, 16-year-old boys being called racist and being called little demons or assholes. 15, 16-year-old boys who are being harassed by adults, other grown, gray-haired, gray-bearded adults. And nobody sees nothing wrong with that. I mean, of course, conservatives and Republicans see something wrong with it, and a lot of centrists do, but that's disgusting. No one, a lot of the mainstream media isn't putting it in that perspective. These are kids, and you're saying a Native American is a victim. He's an old soldier. He should be an adult, not confronting tiny teenage, barely prepubescent boys. That's crazy. Am I crazy? Or is there just something wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like, adults shouldn't really be interacting with little kids like that. Unless there's some kind of violent altercation that they're trying to stop. That's crazy. Alright, that's my 2 cents. I need to stop venting before I get some kind of aneurysm. You guys, if you want to support, subscribe to this channel. But yeah, man, that's my rant for today, man. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this craziness. I really have, and I feel like it's just gonna get crazier. I really feel like it's just the beginning of all the crazy, and we're just seeing a little bit, just a little bit of what's gonna happen in the next couple of years. Crazy, y'all.